Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholayimla, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah HaKudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Awaf just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this is a YouTube reaction. And it's entitled Male Student to Sue Accuser and Yale Over False METOO Claims for $100 million. So he's suing Yale University and the accuser. And I was really wanted to, I left a comment. There was a person that left a comment in here. And I wanted to go to that comment and because I left a scripture with it as well. But this whole thing of, men being accused and women have been able to get away with this shit for so long, is starting to end. It's a lot of stuff that's starting to end, where, the tables are starting to turn, so to speak. You can clearly see it. They even have, in certain states now where women, automatically it's got to be a DNA test. All that old pinning the baby on some dude that it's not his. All that stuff is playing out too. So it's like, and a lot of this stuff is really common sense stuff. This is just Esau, Edom's kingdom where, he's incapable of running a righteous kingdom, man. It's common sense that you should have a DNA test in this day and time. I mean, come on, bro. With the thing that you created a situation where the women are able to really get out here and get abroad. This is not like one of those Eastern countries where, it's a little bit more, No, I don't think she gonna mess around like that because it's penalties to that shit in those other countries, right? So, but anyway, this is fair use disclaimer, copyright disclaimer. I'm not getting any monetary value off of this video or anything like that. But let's just play what a little bit of it because I found it to be interesting that the way that they played this guy pretty much overall. But let's get it.
From Nate the lawyer, where he's talking about the fact that a federal court is going to allow a student to sue his accuser and Yale over false METOO claims. Let's get right into it.
In a 7-0 decision, justices ruled a former Yale student is not immune from a defamation lawsuit brought against her by a male student she accused of. That male student was exonerated in criminal court, and he is suing his former accuser and Yale University over statements made during the investigation. Some activists are warning the ruling could discourage victims from reporting assaults in the future.
Do these activists mean discouraging other liars from coming forward? The idea that holding someone who lied about this situation accountable means hurting future victims now?
From reporting assaults in the future.
Okay, so just imagine someone accuses you of a horrible crime, and you then get arrested and go to court. A jury finds you not guilty in record time. They look at the evidence and say, it's obvious this person didn't do that. But your job or school says, well, you know what? We don't believe the jury. We think the jury got it wrong. So then they have their own separate trial. And in that separate trial, they don't let you question the witnesses. Matter of fact, the person who's accusing you, they don't even let you question that person. They just believe the allegations, find you guilty, and either fire you or expel you from the school, no matter what the evidence showed. This is what happened to Saif Khan at Yale University. So first, let's talk about what happened. Saif Khan was a student at Yale University, and he had a sexual encounter with another student. Now, they hooked up after a Halloween party that Saif was throwing at Yale. Now, the woman Khan had just had sex with later reported to authorities that she had been assaulted by Khan. Now, Khan was suspended from Yale, and then he was put on trial for assault by the state. Now, this is where you get to play jury. See, here are some of the details that the victim claimed occurred that night and the nights leading up to the event. Now,
okay, so I'll just do some cliff notes on it because the video is 13 minutes. I mean, it's a decent video, you know what I'm saying? But the thing of it is okay, the reason why they got rid of the charges so quick because they seen the text messages. She texting back and forth with this guy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no random thing, you know what I'm saying? And what happened was, well, as far as like what they're saying in the video. And what I think happened as well is, she texted him the very next morning that, what they had done would stay between them two. And I guess he must have went and told somebody. You know what I'm saying? He probably, bragged to some of his homeboys. Yeah, I hit such and such, such and such. And she was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's what made her do what she done. But the thing of it is all the evidence was right there in the text messages. That's why they were able to turn over the ruling so fast. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? So she was able to, but the thing, he got off. They got rid of the charges or whatever. The school holds their own, hookup, their own little court, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Or their own little, and he couldn't go in. He couldn't, question nobody. His lawyer couldn't go in and couldn't question anybody. So that made it unconstitutional, basically. So he's suing Yale for $100 million, and he's suing her also. You see? And they show video, they walking together, holding hands and hugged up and shit. And it's just like, she would have really had gotten away with that had this guy more than likely not kept the text messages, which, he probably could have, got, what they call it, FOIA Act or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Freedom of Information hookup and got the text messages from the cell phone company or whatever. And, the surveillance footage from the school. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have petitioned all that stuff like that. But my thing is, goddamn, you that stupid to the point that you think that everything is digital these days. Everything can be brought back up, so to speak. You thinking that you're deleting something and all this other stuff. No, they can pull that shit back up. That data's going nowhere. But to think that she could just do that and get away with it, it's crazy, man. But this has been going on in America for a long, long time, as far as like, because women have been placed on this pedestal. And, if she says that you've done something, then she's automatically believed. But when it comes to the man, you got to prove yourself innocent, man. And in the meanwhile, while you proving yourself innocent, you might be out of a job. This guy, he was actually kicked out of the school. And then, like I said, the court, they found that he wasn't guilty. And then this school holds their own little court system, and still expel the guy. You see what I'm saying? And then another thing that they was talking about in the video was that, how this guy, his name is all over the internet. His face is plastered all over the internet. And she's still out here like as Jane Doe. Nobody know who she is. It's almost like the situation that was going down with I think it was the Boston Celtics coach that was sleeping with the supposedly cheating on Nia Long with somebody else that worked there, and they had his face and name plastered all over the place, and you never did get to see who she really was. So I mean hey, he hit him over the head, and he's more than likely gonna win that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't see him not winning that case, because it just is what it is, man. All the evidence is there. And then the evidence, they clearly found him not guilty. That's the crazy part. So, but anyway, this was the comment. Let me see if the comment is still up front here. It was like the very first comment. And I see it's got this one right here. So this person actually said something that was biblical. They said the false accuser should get jail time equal to the time the accused would have received if found guilty. As soon as I seen that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, that's scriptural. So I went and grabbed the scripture and I posted it. Right here. Let me see here. Let me go into it. That's a lot. So I posted, come on, man. What's going on here? I said, if America was truly a Christian country, which it is not, you would be right. And then I put proof. Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 16 through 19, right? It gives you, see, and this is common sense stuff. It's really very common sense. You got all these so-called white people with their PhDs, they got their BAs, they got all these different things, these acronyms on the beginning and the end of their names. And you trying to tell me that you don't have common sense to know that if somebody falsely accused you like that something should be done to their asses? Come on, bro. But this is the country that, this is the so-called white man's hookup, man. And they make a lot of money off of stuff like this too. You know, their justice system is pretty much, you know, the lawyers got to be paid, you know, the judges got to be paid, the police officers got to be paid, the court reporters got to be paid, paperwork got to be done, motherfucking notarizers get paid, you know, all different types of people getting paid off of Esau Edom's bullshit, man. But this is Deuteronomy 19 and 16 through 19. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the men, and this goes for women as well, but it says, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, Yahweh, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days, and the judge shall make diligent inquisition. Right? The investigation went down. They clearly seen, you know, they had all the information, they had all the footage, the text messages, they had the video of them walking together. Matter of fact, they also had pretty, you know, like in these particular these colleges, you know, you have to, you know, basically badge yourself into your dorm, so to speak, right? So at the time that she's saying that everything went down, she was badging herself into her room, and he was, you know, at his dorm badging himself in his room. You see what I'm saying? So her story didn't add up nowhere. So all the evidence completely went against her. They completely seen that she was lying. You know? Okay, but it says, and the judges shall make diligent inquisition. And behold, if the witness be a false witness, and had testified falsely against his brother, then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. So shalt thou put the evil away from among you. See? So if America was actually implementing this, then you would have a whole lot of, there's a lot of people sitting in prison, man, for shit that they didn't do because somebody said that they done it. They didn't have, you know, somewhat of the proof to back up that they didn't do it. But if this right here, if this law was pushed forth in America, man, it'll be totally different here. See, that's why when the kingdom comes and we start to rule, the law, statutes, and commandments are going to be in effect. Because if Esau just kept the 10 commandments, if he just set this place up with just the 10 commandments, it'll be a lot less crime. There wouldn't be all this shit that's going on out here. But this man, what does he do? He had people come to the courtroom, place their hand on the Bible, and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And this man don't keep nothing that's in the scriptures. If he was applying the scriptures, then there would be a lot less crime and a lot less wickedness in this place, man. But that lets you know he doesn't really care. He just used the scriptures to his advantage until he got up, got up on his game, so to speak. And then from there, man, he tossed the Bible behind him. And we're going to get that. I'm not going to keep this long. I just seen that. I was kind of watching it early while I was letting a video upload, and it popped up. And I'm like, God damn, that's wicked as hell. Psalms 50 and 16, it says, but unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? What you doing with the Bible, man? You ain't keeping nothing in there. You're not enforcing it. Verse 17 is saying, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. See, they cast the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai behind them. They don't care nothing about the Bible, man. See, it's all a front. And Esau is starting to see, they're really starting to be seen for who they really are. That man of sin, that son of perdition, man. So I just wanted to just touch on this real quick, man. This shit is chaotic, bro. But guess what? Stuff like this is not going to be happening in our kingdom, man. Ain't nobody going to be out here. We going to know for a fact that your ass lying right off. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. And they kicked the guy out of the school, man. Now, had he just been some old regular type of dude, so to speak, the average person would have just chalked it up as a loss, like, oh, man, fuck it, But, he had some things on the table, man. I don't think it's cheap to go to Yale. I don't know what year he was in. You know what I'm saying? Year 1, year 2, year 3, or whatever. But that's kind of crazy that, you know what I'm saying? The university was siding with this lying ass chick, and they seen that the court had all this evidence against her. Anyway, with that, man, I pray that the lesson was edifying for me, inshallah.